Pete, let's get out to the Western Conference here from the Lone Star State. The Dallas Stars going to take on the Edmonton Oilers in this one. The total for this game listed at 6.5, which I love because it means we're going to get some wide open action, at least we think. Also a slight favorite in game number 1 here for Dallas and a slight favorite in the series. Let's get a nice little series preview of what we can anticipate between Edmonton and Dallas here, Pete.
Right. I haven't been overly impressed by the Oilers. They barely closed out. You remember, guys, I was talking about them being a possible cup champion all year. Mm-hmm. I'm backing off that a little bit because they barely beat Vancouver in Game 7. They did it on the road, which give them credit for. But if that game was another minute or two longer, Vancouver may have still tied it. They didn't have Thatcher Demko in the whole series, and Brock Besser was out for Game 7. So I was a little surprised that it was so dicey in that series against an undermanned Canucks team. Dallas has to clean up its play at home. They're only 3-4 at home this postseason, despite some raucous environments down there in Texas. And I'm just looking for them to finally win a Game 1 here. I mean, they have to step up and stop trailing in these series. They lost both Game 1s in the first round. I think with Edmonton, this could be a puck line situation. Dallas, I wanted to note, 3 of their 4 victories against the great Avalanche star power team in the second round. 3 of them out of the 4 came by multiple goals, so that's a good note.
Pete, Donnie's hoping that you are correct about Edmonton keeping this game close tonight because in this Western Conference Finals, he's no longer Donnie Draisaitl. With all of his cheering that has happened for the Oilers, he has proclaimed himself Donnie Dreisaitl, named after his favorite Oiler, Leon Draisaitl, getting ready for this series. Donnie is with Edmonton the entire way in the Western Conference Finals. Donnie, do you like the new lower third? Take a moment, look at it, note that it says Donnie Draisaitl. Fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. That needs to stay here for as long as Edmonton is still in the cup race here. So let's get after it. Donnie Dreisaitl, let's go. New handle.
So, Pete, as we look at the Game 1 odds, you saw Dallas a slight home ice favorite, -128. The numbers for Game 1 look a lot like the numbers for the series outright here in the Western Conference Finals, -126, that outright price in favor of Dallas. What do you think will be the key matchup that continues to emerge throughout the WCF?
It's got to be the goaltending. Big advantage for Dallas with Jake Oettinger compared to the duo of Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. You look at team save percentage, it's .913 for Dallas this postseason, .888, so sub 900 for the Oilers. That could be a problem the deeper they go in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, Dreisaitl is where it's at right now. You can't even say anymore that if the Oilers win the cup, it'll definitely be McDavid. There are like 3 other guys on that team that are playing at a Conn Smythe Trophy level. Dreisaitl has outscored McDavid to this point in the playoffs. He's always a menace on the power play. Zach Hyman is leading the entire NHL in goals, so there's always a prayer when that happens. I think Jonathan Marchessault winning the Conn Smythe last year for Vegas was a great example of that. Yeah. And then also Evan Bouchard over the past 2 postseasons leads all defensemen with 37 points in 24 playoff games. So really impressive what these guys are doing, especially Leon.
So as we get ready for game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals tonight, we have seen a small favorite flip in terms of what things look like from the Stanley Cup overall outright odds. Florida now +160, the shortest we have seen on the Panthers. The Stars and the Oilers separated by only 40 cents, and the Rangers dropped back to 6-1. But still, all 4 teams remaining in the hunt for Lord Stanley's Cup, separated by less than $4.50. Pete Jensen from the NHL, we appreciate the time on this Thursday to get us set for game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals tonight in Dallas.
Great to be on with you guys. And yeah, I would argue that maybe Dallas is a little deeper than Florida. So that presents an opportunity right there. 2 really strong teams, though, on paper that are looking like they're going to get to the Cup final.